Victoria Park is my local park. Often on the way into work in the morning, I see people running around it, and I kind of thought, okay, that looks very relaxing and calming. So that kind of got me thinking, right, I want to get into running again.
I've done a half marathon a long time ago, but not with a great time, and I felt this is a chance for me to prove myself.
So this year will be the first year I've done the half as a mum. It's been a struggle.
Hackney's got so much going on, whether it's like the runners at 6 in the morning, all the people having a good time, just like huge sense of community. I'm doing the Hackney Half to raise money for Hackney Night Shelter. Maybe get a respectable time, I'm not quite sure what that is. When my mum and dad broke up, my mum found it quite difficult to find a place that she felt safe in. Seeing her go through that experience was quite difficult. Seeing someone who I always identified as being really strong and sturdy, clearly seeing her in a quite vulnerable situation. And a lot of the women that I met at the night shelter were around my mum's age, and it kind of just made me think, well, like, it's any of us, it's my mum, it's me, it's anybody. And it's just so simple to like help someone at that time when they need it most, which stops like a cycle of getting worse.
I've done quite a few half marathons. I've done Hackney at least 3 times, and I love Hackney. It's got a really nice vibe. It's been a few years since I've done any sort of long distance running. I've never been that fast. It's always been a bit of a struggle. But yeah, it's good to get back into it. I stopped running because I had several miscarriages. And although they say exercise doesn't have an impact on miscarriage, I think once you've had a few, you just try to limit any chance that you might miscarry again. So I think it's important for me to do this half this year because, I don't know, it's time for myself when I run to think about things and to get my body back. My body has been somebody else's for a really long time because of the miscarriages as well. I just want to feel powerful again and strong again, and that's been really important to me. When I look at my daughter, I just feel really lucky that we got to the point where we did with her, and I still get, quite emotional about it.
So there's a long story behind this finger. Actually a short story. I fell through a window when I was locked out of my own house. It's badly fractured and I'm waiting to see a hand surgeon. Hopefully it won't stop me running the half marathon. So I work as a GP, mainly around East London. It's been a busy few months, especially since the pandemic, where a lot of cases that haven't come forward are now presenting. But I find that running really helps to take the pressure off, and certainly helps me to de-stress after a long day. I became a doctor mainly because of my genuine interest in science. I just enjoy talking to people. I think coming from Yorkshire, it's quite a normal trait where you will just chat to your neighbours, you'll chat to people around you, and there's an art of communication with the science, and for me, that makes it something I could see myself doing long term. At the moment, I am not in love. I'm in a complex situation, and I'm mainly in love with running right now, I'll tell you that.
The amount of support you get as you're running, particularly if you put your name on your chest, people will just see you through, they'll give you little sweets on the way. There's loads of kids that sort of line up.
If I can complete the half marathon without embarrassing myself, I'll be quite satisfied.
So I'm looking forward to that feeling of being surrounded by loads of people who are doing exactly the same thing. Just to be surrounded by that kind of energy and people doing something good for themselves or good for others, that's what I'm looking forward to.